Happy birthday to legendary basketball Hall of Famer Larry Bird, Mr. Porter, aka con artist of D12, and the late Aaron Carter. Welcome back to another anniversary rant with your boy X-Man 1991, and plus happy birthday to one of my high school friends and one of my subscribers, Surge Dragon. Not too long ago, I got back from his birthday dinner. Not too long ago, we celebrated Surge Dragon's birthday today. It was an honor of me going to his birthday dinner, and I definitely had so much fun. I cannot wait to see my real life friends again. I will post on my community posts of the picture that we took today. But we got like 4 albums turning either 25 or 20. And I'm going to start with this one. December 7th, 1999, Surge Dragon's 11th birthday. The Notorious B.I.G's third and final album and first posthumous album, Born Again, was released under Bad Boy Records. Just like Life After Death, this also hit number 1 on the Billboard 200 and number 1 on the top R&B/hip hop albums chart, and was certified double platinum a month later. This album features some unheard songs. Some songs have featured Biggie's verses we've heard before. The 2 singles from this album are Dead Wrong and No, 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 Notorious. No, 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 Notorious. Notorious B.I.G. And of course, Who Shot Ya is on this album, which was released months before that situation happened with Tupac. This album had a lot of guest appearances. Of course, Sean Baby Oil Combs is on here. Junior Mafia, Lil C's, Lil Kim, Eminem, Snoop, Mark Curry, Busta Rhymes, Method Man and Redman, Joe Hooker, Mobb Deep, G-Dep, Craig Mack, Black Rob, Ice Cube, Beanie Siegel, Nas, Casey and JoJo, The Big Timers and the Hot Boys, Sadat X, Missy Elliott, Casey and JoJo, and that's it. Oh, Too Short. And that's it. That's all the guest appearances. Looking back on this 25 years later, this is definitely a hell of a lot better than Duets The Final Chapter. I'd take Born Again over Duets The Final Chapter. This is in my list of my top 20 albums in 1999. I believe I put it at number 3. Of course, because you know I'm a Notorious B.I.G. guy. That's why I put it at number 3. Rap Phenomenon featuring Redman and Method Man is my favorite song off the album, and produced by DJ Premier. We know Biggie's verses from that song are his last 2 verses that he recorded before he got killed, was from Keep Your Hands High by Tracy Lee featuring the Notorious B.I.G. I'm not sure who had the best verse in that song. Was it Meth, Funk Doc, or Biggie? It don't matter. They all killed it. Even though Biggie's verses were the verses we've heard before. But still, this right here is much better than Duets The Final Chapter. I feel like Baby Oil should have left Biggie alone after this album. But no, he wanted to release the Duets The Final Chapter. It was okay, but it wasn't as good as Born Again. But like I said, Sean Baby Oil Combs should have left Biggie alone after Born Again. This is much better than Duets The Final Chapter. Now let's talk about this album. December 7th, 2004, Serge Dragon's 16th birthday, Luda released his sixth album, or fourth album, The Red Light District, under Def Jam South, and his record label Disturbing the Peace. This album hit it debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 and was certified double platinum on September 29, 2005. Featured the hit singles Pippin' All Over the World, The Potion, my favorite song off the album, Blueberry Yum Yum, Get Back, Get Back, You Don't Know Me Like That, and the number 1 spot. This was Luda's last album that he had released with his braids before he cut them off and before he grew them back. DMX is on this album. Sleepy Brown is on his album. Nate Dogg is on his album. DJ Quick, Kimmy J, Small World, Dollar Boy, Trick Daddy, Nas, Dougie Fresh, and Bobby Valentino. Nas and Dougie Fresh are on this track called Virgo. All three of them are Virgos, Luda, Nas, and Dougie Fresh. They were all born in September. So that definitely makes sense for those three to make a song called Virgo, since they're all Virgos. This right here was definitely a great album from Luda. I wanted to give this album for Christmas of 2005 or 2004, but once again, back then I was way too young to have hip-hop albums with a lot of cussing. But now I can listen to the album anytime I want. So congrats to Luda on 20 years of this album. And this is in my top 20 albums of 2004 list. I put it at what, number 12? Next album, released on the same day, Cam released his fourth album, Purple Haze, under his record label Diplomat Records, Rockefeller Records, and distributed by Def Jam. This album hit number 20 on the Billboard 200 and number 4 on the top R&B/hip-hop albums chart and was certified gold. With the singles Down and Out, Girls, Hey Lady, Shake, Lord You Know, and Get 'Em Girls. I believe Down and Out was produced by Kanye. It's the one where he said, do it like Cosby, pour it in the pudding. Correct me if I'm wrong. He had Joel Santana on the album, Selena Johnson, Kanye, Mona Lisa, Jim Jones, of course, Twista, Freaky Zeke, and Jaheim. Purple Haze was definitely a dope album by Cam, but once again, which album by Cam do you think is his best? Purple Haze was definitely a dope album, but I say his best album has to be either Confessions of Fire or Come Home With Me. But big ups to Killa on 20 years of this masterpiece. Last but not least, on this day in 2004, Mario released his second album, Turning Point, under the under J Records and 3rd Street. This album hit number 13 on the Billboard 200 and number 2 on the top R&B/hip-hop albums chart and was certified platinum. With 4 singles, Here I Go Again, How Could You, Boom, and my all-time favorite, Let Me Love You. With guest appearances from Juvenile, Cassidy, Baby Cham, T.I., and Jada. This is definitely one of the best R&B albums of 2004 by Mario. Gotta say, it's definitely a classic R&B album. Mario was 18 years old when he released this album, just like Lloyd when he released his debut album in 2004. Mario was only 18 years old when he released his album. Was it? Yeah, he was 18. Okay, I was just checking. Yeah, he was 18. Now, 20 years later, he's 38. Big ups to Mario on 20 years of his second album with my all-time favorite song, Let Me Love You. That wraps up my quick rant celebrating 25 years of the Notorious B.I.G's album Born Again, Cam's Purple Haze album, Luda, The Red Light District, and Mario, Turning Point. What are your thoughts about these albums looking back on them 25 and 20 years later? Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell for my next anniversary rant, and I'll be back tomorrow to do a recap of today's SEC championship between the Georgia Bulldogs and the Texas Longhorns. Happy 25th anniversary to the Notorious B.I.G. Born Again. And do you think this album is much better than Duet's The Final Chapter? Happy 20th anniversary to Mario, Turning Point, Cam, Purple Haze, and Luda, The Red Light District. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. No more talk.